Welcome back out again to Albany as we get set now here for boys basketball tonight as the girls fall 43-13 on the night. It's the matchup between the Albany Warriors and the Northeast Nodaway Blue Jays. Like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty Gen Auto Center, locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Albany Hy-Vee, Schultz of Albany, and Dollars and Messner Auction Service. Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Northwest Cell, the City of Albany, and Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. The Albany Booster Club, GFG Ag Services, Albany School District, Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, and the Printery and New Shopper located in Albany. All right, Mike, it was a boys basketball team last year that really built on what they had the year before. They lose a couple of seniors. They lost Carson Wilson there towards the end of the season. I had to play with him for about the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then the other senior that they lost, sorry, I'm blanking on.
It was Manring.
Yes, Quinn Manring. Sorry there. Forgot his name there for a second. But, again, Quinn Manring also leaving the team. But they do bring back their leading scorer from last year as a starter, and that is Caden Hutchinson. And then they also bring back Trice Floyd and another starter in Hunter Wink.
Yeah, I thought those are losses. I mean, when Carson Wilson got hurt, I thought one of the things where that really hurt the Warriors is I think they had about 4 other games that they could have won. Not that they couldn't have won them without him, but when he went out, that just made a lot of the roles change, and the Warriors were just trying to find themselves again, find out who they were. But I think had Wilson not gotten hurt, they might have had another 4 wins in their resume. Quinn Manring just did a lot of grunt work. He also battled through a couple of injuries over the course of the year. But he drew one of the other team's best players to guard, did a lot of things on the glass that Warriors needed. They weren't a big team. He gave them some more presence inside. And then on top of that, I thought he kicked in some games where he'd score 8-10 points for him. So that's a big loss. But having Caden Wilson back as a unanimous all-conference player, you got Trice Floyd that's been a 2-year starter at point guard for them. Hunter Wink started last year, should be a better, much more consistent shooter, I think. And they've got some sophomores that have some talent, and it's just a matter of whether or not they can gain some consistency. You know, one of the things I always say about sophomores that the best thing about them is they become juniors. They're going to have really good games, and then they're going to have games where they look like sophomores. So it'll be interesting to see how far they come along through the course of the season.
And one of the things you mentioned about Trice Floyd, the last game was at the GRC show, or second to last game was at the GRC showcase. Trice Floyd hit a big shot at the buzzer to win that ball game for him, and that was somebody that comes back and really is going to be one of the key pieces of the team, because he kind of sets the momentum of how the team kind of goes.
Well, that's true, and they weren't a team that necessarily got blown out, particularly toward the end of the year. They were a very competitive ball club, and I think that has set the tone for this year. I've seen them practice a couple of times. They look a lot more confident. They look like older kids compared to last year, where they look like young kids that really lack confidence at times. So, and they're going to get a good test tonight. They're playing a team that's got some size, got some experience coming back, and should be a good ball game.
Last year, the boys had a big thing last year where they always had a quarter where they kind of gave up quite a few points. It happened against Northeast Nodaway last year, but again, Northeast Nodaway last year were without quite a few of their boys because they were co-oping with Worth County playing in the state championship game.
Well, that's true, and you just hope that they gain a little more consistency all around. They'll shoot it better, I think. They'll be less turnover prone, and maybe better through the course of a ball game.
And we'll take a look now here at your tonight's starting lineup, brought to you by Dollars and Messner Auction Service. Contact the winning team, Dollars and Messner Auction Service, for all of your auction needs. Take a look here at the starters for Northeast Nodaway. getting the start tonight is going to be the sophomore Ben Boswell. Also getting the start tonight is going to be the senior Mitchell Sherry. The senior Reed McIntyre will also get the start, along with senior Nathan Schieber. And rounding out the lineup is sophomore Austin Pride. Getting the starts tonight here for Albany are going to be the junior Trice Floyd, the sophomore Jordan Papa, junior Caden Hutchinson, senior Hunter Wink will get a start tonight. Also getting the start tonight is the sophomore Bobby Dodge. So, Mike, the first thing you see are the 3 starters out there on the court tonight for Northeast Nodaway. 1 senior out on the court tonight for Albany. But the way you think about it, though, is Hutchinson and Floyd have played since their first year.
Yeah, I think you got to look at them as seniors, and I think Coach Cox would definitely look at them as being seniors on the floor as well. The Warrior boys, just like the girls, look short on numbers, but they've had some situations where a couple players they thought were going to play moved. One decided at the last minute not to play, got a little injury and maybe a little eligibility issue. And so they're also playing a little short-handed. But season, like we say, hope springs eternal in this first game.
As we prepare for tonight's tip-off, don't forget to start your morning or trip with a stop at Shotes in Albany. It'll be Bobby Dodge and Austin Pride going for your Shotes tip-off. And Dodge will win it, and it'll go back to Trice Floyd as he'll get ready to start the ball game here for the Warriors. Over to the right wing now to Wink, back up again to Floyd. He'll drive over to the left wing. Up now to the top of key now for Hutchinson. Hutchinson with it on the left elbow, gives it off now to Papa. Papa and Dodge both playing a lot of time last year for the Warriors, but first turnover is going to be committed after a 3-second violation called here against the Warriors. Bringing it across, here's going to be Ben Boswell. As Northeast Nodaway wearing their blue uniforms with white lettering. Albany wearing their white uniforms with green lettering. And over to the, bringing it now to Nathan Schieber on the block there. A foul going to be committed here by the Warriors. As this one's going to go against Trice Floyd. He'll pick up his first personal. One of the big things you mentioned about numbers for both the girls' team and the boys' team, you have to worry about early foul trouble.
Well, you do, and I thought the Albany girls did a really good job of staying out of foul trouble and playing defense by getting in passing lanes with their feet rather than the hands. And so it's going to look a little ragged. There's no doubt about that. They're not going to be what they're going to be later on in the year.
Hutchinson with it over on the right wing up to Wink. Now over to Bobby Dodge. Dodge at the free throw line. Sends it back out now to Hutchinson. He'll drive in. Goes up, puts up the shot. Is going to be fouled. Will go to line to shoot 2 free throws here for the Warriors. And the foul here is going to go against Mitchell Sherry. That'll be his first personal. First team foul called here against Northeast Nodaway. So each team with 1 team foul. As Hutchinson will shoot his first free throws.
One of the things we saw last year, Hutchinson was really good at getting himself to the basket. One of the best I've seen in high school in this area about just getting his own shot off.
And as the next shot coming up here from Hutchinson is up and good. And as you hear, we do have a visitor up in the booth with us tonight.
I saw that. I thought you had a growth on your leg for a minute.
My 4-year-old daughter's joined me here for a little bit of the start of the boys' game. Over to the right wing with it now here for Northeast Nodaway is Reed McIntyre. Gets it off this time now to Pride. He'll drive in. Caden Hutchinson there with a little bit of a knock in, as this time going up for it, Nathan Schieber going to be fouled. This one's going to go against Jordan Papa. He'll pick up his first personal. Second team foul against the Warriors. 2-0 Warriors with the lead, 6:48. Still have to play here in the first quarter.
Warriors giving up some, they're trying to really pressure and giving up some backdoor cuts there. Yeah, one of the
so Schieber's first free throw up and good. Next one Up and no good. Rebound going to be made here by Dodge. Quickly gets it off here for Trice Floyd. Into the corner now for Wink. Wink will drive in, gives it off to Hutchinson at Topkey. He'll drive in. Puts up a shot. He'll be fouled here again. We'll go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. As this one again going to go against Mitchell Sherry. He'll pick up his second. That's one thing that Caden Hutchinson can do is he can put one of your better defenders in foul trouble very quickly.
Well, and not only can he get to the basket, he can hit the three-pointers. So you've got to respond to that too. The one thing we did see last year from him is maybe a little shakiness at the free throw line from time to time, and good sign here to start out the season.
Wiederholt will check in now here for Sherry as the next check coming up here now for Caden Hutchinson. As the shot is up and no good, rebound made. Bobby Dodge puts it up. He can't get it to fall. And over to the right wing with it now. Here is going to be Reed McIntyre. Brings it inside. They can't get it to fall. Rebound is going to be made here by Trice Floyd. He'll quickly bring it across now here for the Warriors into the corner. Baseline shot from Hunter Wink. Up and good.
You know, if Wink can hit some open shots for them, we saw flashes last year where he really shot it well for them. If he becomes a consistent scorer on those open looks, this is going to be a completely different Warrior team.
Over to the left wing with now here is going to be Ben Boswell. Shot no good. Rebound made here by Hutchinson. Hutchinson gets it off now for Floyd. Floyd will bring it in now to Bobby Dodge. And the ball is going to go through his hands out of bounds. So 5-1, Warriors with a lead. 5:42 left to play here in the first quarter. Bringing it across here is going to be Ben Boswell. Over the right wing with it now for McIntyre. Left wing this time now for Boswell. Back up to the top key for Pride. Pride brings it in and not able to get it to fall. And it's going to go off of Nathan Schieber there on the rebound.
We're seeing a little old school stuff here. You know, the trend is always that high screen and roll and let us spread it out and let people drive and penetrate and kick. And we're seeing a little shuffle action from both teams here.
As Trice Floyd takes a shot at the three, goes off the front of the iron, no good. Boswell will now try and take it across here for the Blue Jays. Over to the right wing this time now for Reed McIntyre. Left wing Boswell trying to bring it inside to the block. And Reed McIntyre will be fouled here on the baseline. And this one's going to go against Jordan Papa. That'll be his second. Checking in now here for Papa is going to be Kemper Klein, as the freshman will get some action now. Ball inbounds to Pride on the block, goes up, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. Pride's next shot up and good, and Trice Floyd will be called for his second personal.
And that's one thing with Floyd, he can't come off the floor. And he's picked up two defensive fouls here. And they cannot afford to have him do that.
3-point play is good, and it's now a 1-point ball game. 5-4, Warriors with the lead. 4:40 left to play here in the first. Floyd up now to Caden Hutchinson. Hutchinson drives into the corner for Papa. Back again now to Floyd. To the corner for Hutchinson. Back again to Klein. Floyd with a shot from three. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Drew Wiederholt. Reed McIntyre brings it across.
Got a little hitch in that three. You'd like to just see him go up and be smooth as he goes up.
Taking a shot from three is McIntyre. He can't get it to fall. Ben Boswell there, though. He'll put up the shot. He can't get it to fall as well. Pride with the rebound, and as he goes up, he'll be fouled. We go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As this one's going to be called against Bobby Dodge. That'll be his first personal.
Well, they do a pretty good job of boxing off, but then the catch is you got to go get the ball. And that time, the ball just kind of dropped, and everybody looked at each other like, who's going to get it? And Northeast Nodaway streaked in and picked up the loose one.
As Pride will tie it up, Bobby Dodge will check out. Checking in now is going to be Cade Newman. So Warriors go a little small here. As Hutchinson, now the biggest player out on the court, will probably have to go up against Austin Pride, who knocks down his third free throws. He has 5 points here early as his team leads 6-5 with just a little over halfway done with the first quarter. Floyd with the basketball, has it knocked away and stolen, and Ben Boswell goes up and lays it in good for 2. 8-5 now, Northeast Nodaway with the lead. Newman with it, takes a shot from 3 on the right wing, and Newman will answer back to tie it up.
And that's one thing Caden Newman did last year as a freshman before he had a really severe ankle injury. He can shoot it. Not a lot of size, but he can shoot the 3, and that was a big lift for the Warriors.
Nathan Schieber sends it over to Boswell into the corner, this time now for Reed McIntyre. McIntyre trying to bring it inside to Wiederholt, but a foul is going to be called. It'll be the 6th team foul called against the Warriors, and it'll be the first called here against Hunter Wink. Actually, I take that back. That was the 6th team foul called against the Warriors. Now checking in is going to be Ethan Adwell, as he'll check in here for Nathan Schieber. McIntyre gets it to Boswell. He'll now give it to Pride on the block. A serious mismatch there that Northeast Nodaway wants to take advantage of, as Pride going up against the freshman Kemper Klein. And a foul going to be called here against Ethan Adwell away from the ball.
Well, and you said it here, 16 fouls already, so Northeast Nodaway is looking at the bonus for the remainder of the first half.
Wink will check out. Checking in for him is going to be Bobby Dodge. Newman sends it over now to Dodge on the left elbow, not able to bring it in, and Pride's going to come away with the steal. Over the right wing for Boswell. Up to the top of the key now for Adwell. Bringing it in, McIntyre, and he will be fouled here on the floor, looks like. As the foul is going to go here against Caden Newman. That'll be his first. 7th team foul, though. Now puts Northeast Nodaway in the bonus with 2:49 still left to play here in the first quarter. Reed McIntyre's first shot on the 1-and-1, no good. Hutchinson brings it across. Gives it to Trice Floyd. Floyd with it on the right wing. Now over now to Newman up at the top of the key. Back again to Floyd. Corner now for Hutchinson. He'll take a shot from 3, up and good. As Hutchinson will knock it down from behind the arc.
Well, the Warriors ought to have some firepower from the perimeter. Hutchinson can hit that shot. Obviously, Newman can hit it. Wink did a pretty good job hitting it last year.
As the shot there from Boswell's no good. It's going to be rebounded here by the Warriors. And now Floyd with it on the right wing. Up now to Hutchinson, left wing now to Newman. Into the corner for Kemper Klein, the freshman. Back up to Hutchinson at the top of the key. He'll drive into the paint. Puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Dodge with the rebound. He'll go up hard, and he'll be fouled from behind.
Good offensive grab by Bobby Dodge. And just, I think for both the boys and the girls, you just like to see them be patient, set themselves, and go strong to the basket to finish it. It's almost like we get in too much of a hurry, both teams.
First shot from Dodge off the front of the iron, no good. Checking in here is going to be Lane Dack, as he'll check in this time for Drew Wiederholt, as Wiederholt was there, called for his first personal. Just underneath 2 minutes left to play in the first. 11-8 Warriors with the lead. Dodge makes it 12 as he's able to make that one there.
Nice response by the Warriors after having a 7-0 run against them. And to retake the lead here, now to play solid defense without a steal.
Boswell with it, puts up a shot from the baseline, can't get it to fall. Boswell comes away with the rebound. Ball on the floor, McIntyre puts it up, can't get it to fall. Dodge came down with it and then lost it. McIntyre picks it up, he will be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. And Hutchinson is going to be called here for the foul, his first personal. 8th team foul now called here against the Warriors. Reed McIntyre so far 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Makes the first one here.
That's a line drive free throw.
And a technical going to be called here against Albany. I don't know who on.
Well, they called it on the Albany bench. I don't think it was on Coach Cox.
Yeah,
I don't know who they got.
I didn't really hear anybody chatting too much that I saw, but it looks like it is going to go against the bench here. So it'll be Ben Boswell that'll shoot the free throws. First shot, no good.
Well, I think he heard the yelling and thought it was aimed at him, and I think he was yelling at one of his players.
The next shot, also up, no good.
What's the old saying? They say the ball don't lie.
Yes.
The ball doesn't lie. Missed them both.
So Warriors lead here 12-10 with 1:37 left to play here in this first quarter, as both shots were missed there after the two free throws on the technical. Over to the right wing with it now. Here's going to be Ben Boswell. Ball stolen away here by Newman. Floyd with it now over on the left wing. Over now to Hutchinson up at the top of the key. Over to the right wing for Kemper Klein. He'll sidestep a defender. Back up again to Hutchinson. And a 30-second timeout's now going to be called here by the Warriors. Will be back after this quick Petty John Auto Center timeout. Back with more in just a moment.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. It's a 12-10 lead here with 1:17 still left to play here in the first quarter. Albany with the basketball. After that Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember, check out Petty John Auto Center online at pettyjohnauto.com or Petty John Auto Center on Facebook. Tries Floyd with it over at the top. Key over to left wing this time now for Newman. Sends it across court this time for Hutchinson. Hutchinson sends it back again now for Newman up to the top of the key for Floyd. Right wing Hutchinson. Hutchinson drives, gives it off to Dodge on the baseline, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound is made here by Austin Pride.
But that's pretty good offense. Got a good look, wide open from 5-7 feet. Just didn't get the shot down. 4 or 5 passes.
Boswell with it now at the top key over to the right wing this time for Pride. He will trip and fall, and looks like he might have slid on maybe some sweat or something. And either way, he's going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, I didn't see him really change position there. I thought that was the cardinal thing when you went down.
Rory Bredlow will now check in this time for Austin Pride. So Northeast Nodaway goes a little bit smaller, taking out Pride, as Hutchinson will send it back across court now for Hunter Wink. Wink trying to send it back again to Hutchinson. Hutchinson drives to the baseline. Sends it back across now for Wink. Over now for Trice Floyd. He'll drive in, puts up a shot, can't get the layup to fall, and it's going to go out of bounds. Actually, I believe we're going to have a foul called here against the Warriors.
Good take. Just get the ball up over the rim. We saw plenty of that in the girls' game where they looked like they had wide open layups, just didn't get the ball up over the rim.
So Kemper Klein will be called for his first personal, but now Northeast Nodaway into the double bonus here in the first quarter. As a first shot off the back of the iron, no good there by Nathan Schieber. It's been about one of the saving graces so far here for the Warriors, how they still have a 2-point lead. Northeast Nodaway has not shot very well from the free throw line. Is that one up and no good as well? As Hutchinson will bring it across with about 10 seconds left to play here in the quarter. Hutchinson sending over to left wing for Wink. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to call it out of bounds off of Wink. Looked like that one might have gone off Bredlow. But they will say it's Northeast Nodaway basketball with underneath 5 seconds. Boswell brings it across up to the top of the key for Lane Dack. Shot from three, no good. 12-10 is the score here after one quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family-friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the second quarter. It's a 12-10 Warrior lead.
One of the concerns, 10 fouls, Blue Jays in the double bonus. I don't think you want to count on the fact they're going to keep missing free throws. And Warriors just need to tighten it up. They want to be aggressive, but be aggressive without fouling.
Mitchell Sherry with it over on the far sideline. He gets it off this time now to Reed McIntyre. Over to left wing this time now for Boswell. Right wing now back again for McIntyre. And a moving screen going to be called here against Austin Pride. That'll be his first personal 15 foul called against Northeast Nodaway.
Well, I think Pride was the victim of his ball handler there. I think he kept jimmying back and forth. He's trying to roll to the basket, but in doing so kind of became a moving screen, but I don't think that was his intent.
Hutchinson with it over on the right wing. He'll drive in, leaves it off for Bobby Dodge on the baseline, then passes it right to Reed McIntyre, who gladly takes it across court, puts up a shot from in front of the left elbow, rolls around and falls in good for two. So all tied up at 12-12 here as we're just about a minute in here to the second quarter of play. Floyd will send it across now for Wink, and he'll be called for a travel here. So it'll be Northeast Nodaway basketball after the unforced turnover.
Just a little hesitant. I mean, one of the things you always think of when you're playing against a zone, when you catch the ball, if you don't have a shot, you have trouble making a pass, either the post is open or you need to penetrate the gaps of the zone. And the Warriors are just taking a little bit before they actually do anything.
McIntyre's shot no good. Hutchinson had it, and then it was ripped out of his hands out of bounds by Nathan Schieber.
I thought Klein gave him some pretty good minutes. Freshman coming into the game. Doesn't have a lot to show for his appearance, but didn't panic, did some good things on offense. You'll see plenty of him as the year goes on.
As Floyd sends it over left wing for Wink, now back into Dodge in the corner, sends it across court for Floyd. Back again for Wink. Trying to drive in, ball's going to be tipped off of Boswell right at the hands of Adwell. Boswell goes in, up and good for two. And again, Trice Floyd had to kind of lay off there with two fouls here early. As we're just now 2 minutes here into the second quarter, it's a 14-12 Northeast Nodaway lead. Newman sends it across now for Wink. Back again now for Newman on the right wing. Into the corner is Hutchinson, now to the corner for Wink. Shot from three of his own, up and good. And then a foul going to be called here against Northeast Nodaway. So a foul going to be called here against Nathan Schieber as Hunter Wink knocks one down from behind the arc. Then the foul called away from the ball gives Albany the ball back as they lead now by one, 15-14 with 5:45 left to play in the second. Floyd, now Newman takes a shot from three from the left wing. And he can't get it to fall. Ball's going to be rebounded here by Nathan Schieber.
Well, he's hit one. That time had a guy flying at him, and that's where you just want to see the ball fake and step inside the line and knock down an open one.
Boswell with it, takes a shot from the left wing, up and good as Boswell will answer Hunter Winks back. And it's now 17-15 with 5:15 left to play here in the opening half. Left wing now for Hutchinson. Over to the right wing for Newman, back up again to Floyd. So far, Warriors have not been able to get Bobby Dodge involved too much into the ball game as Hutchinson will take a shot from the baseline from three, no good. And this time Bobby Dodge is going to be called with an over-the-back call. And going to the line to shoot 2 free throws now here is going to be Northeast Nodaway. And going to the line here is going to be Mitchell Sherry. He has not shot a free throw yet so far tonight. First shot is up and good.
This is really a danger time for the Warriors right now because they can't be as aggressive as maybe they'd like to be. They're in foul trouble. Right now, offensively, they're in a little bit of a funk.
Another Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Back with more after this 30-second timeout.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helping smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 18-15. At the line here, it's going to be Mitchell Sherry. He hit the first one, will now shoot his second. Second shot up and good. Make it now a 4-point Northeast Nodaway lead here, 19-15.
Good timeout by Coach Cox. This thing really in kind of a funk here.
Dodge with it on the baseline, has the ball stripped away, goes right to Reed McIntyre. Gets it off this time now for Ben Boswell up at the top of the key as he'll try and set up the Northeast Nodaway offense, trying to get it to Pride. Ball kept in play, though, as it was picked up there by Nathan Schieber.
Yeah, and a really good job by Hunter Wink. Bobby Dodge was beaten back door. Wink came over from help side and at least disrupted that play.
As Austin Pride there gets it as Dodge beat there again on the backdoor screen, and Austin Pride goes up and puts it in good for two. 21-15, Northeast Nodaway with the lead. Just about halfway done with the second quarter of play. Left wing now for Newman up to the top of key. Floyd, he'll drive in, leaves it off for Wink. Now Hutchinson on the baseline. Puts up a shot that he can't get to fall. Dodge not able to bring in the rebound. Bringing it across here is going to be Boswell. Right wing this time now to Reed McIntyre. Up to the top of the key for Schieber. Left wing this time Boswell. 3:40 left to play in the second, 21-15. Northeast Nodaway with the lead. A 3-second call going to be called here against the Blue Jays. And Rory Bredlow will check in, also checking back in here for Albany. It's going to be Kemper Klein as Bobby Dodge will come and take a seat as well. Will Nathan Schieber.
The Warriors are going to have somebody get into the middle of that zone. Right now they're trying, and you could just see that happening. I mean, they've tried to skip over the top. They got close to that steal last time down.
Sending it over now to the left wing here for Sherry. Back up to the top to keep Bredlow. Bredlow brings it inside to Bredlow, then Sherry can't get it to go. Pride tips it around into the hands of Boswell, into the corner for Sherry, brings it in for Bredlow. Ball stolen away here by Hunter Wink, gets it to Newman, out quickly to Hutchinson. Underneath 3 minutes left to play in the second, 21-15, Northeast Nodaway with the lead. Hutchinson drives into the paint, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall as Pride will come away with the rebound.
Last time down again, another really good defensive play by Hunter Wink to come away with that steal. He's going to be guarding people bigger than him all year.
Sherry trying to get into Pride. Ball stolen away here by Cade Newman. Hutchinson brings it across with 2.5 left to play here in the half. Ball stolen away this time now here by Reed McIntyre, sorry. He can't get it to go. And it's going to go out of bounds here off of the Blue Jays. Checking in now is going to be Drew Wiederholt. And Northeast Nodaway was going to try and play with 6 players there for a moment, but Reed McIntyre will now come and take a seat on the bench. 6-point Northeast Nodaway lead with 2:20 left to play here in the first half. Trying to bring it inside to Kemper Klein. Ball stolen away. Boswell brings it across. Stripped from behind by Dodge, right to the hands of Pride. And now a travel going to be called here against the Blue Jays.
Just almost not a lot of awareness on the part of Albany. Just balls getting tipped around, and I think is it just maybe they're worried about the foul situation.
Bringing it in here is going to be Hutchinson. He'll drive in. This time he is able to get it to fall in. Good for 2.
And I think it's one of those, I've said this before, when you've had really good players, maybe nobody does anything until Hutchinson is able to get some penetration along the way.
So it's a 4-point Warrior, or a 4-point Northeast Nodaway lead as Sherry with him at the top key. Ball stolen away here by Hutchinson.
That's really I know he doesn't like it, but that's a good foul by Sherry.
And he'll put Hutchinson at the line for the 1-and-1.
But if he doesn't do that, it's a breakaway layup and maybe a 3-point play if you challenge it.
Hutchinson was 3 for 4 from the free throw line in the first quarter. As he'll shoot the 1-and-1 here. Again, we'll apologize if we have any buffering or anything tonight. Again, the weather, Northwest Missouri not really cooperating tonight with us very much. As a shot from Hutchinson is up and good. It's a beautiful night to stay inside and listen to us on Albany TV, right, Mike?
Absolutely. I can't think of anything I'd rather do than listen to you.
Now, I know that's a lie because not even my wife will say that one. Next shot up and good here from Hutchinson. 21-19, a 2-point ball game, 1:35 left to play here in the second quarter. Bringing it across, Boswell over to the left wing this time now for McIntyre. Up to the top of the key looking for Drew Wiederholt. And they're going to call it out of bounds here off of Albany. It'll be Northeast Nodaway basketball here on the near sideline.
Good hustle by Klein, though. I know he's a freshman, but he's using some aggressiveness there.
Papa tipped the ball off a Dodge, and then it was picked up there by Reed McIntyre. Now a timeout is going to be called here by Northeast Nodaway. 32nd Petty John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment after this quick 30-second timeout here on Albany TV.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany. Everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champs Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 21-19, Northeast Nodaway with the lead here over Albany. It'll be Northeast Nodaway basketball as Rory Bredlow will inbounds. McIntyre with it up at the top of the key now here for the Blue Jays. Over to the right wing this time now for Wiederholt. Wiederholt now up to Boswell. Bredlow with it on the left wing. Guarded by Papa, ball tipped, but picked up again here by Boswell up at the top of the key as he's able to save possession for the Blue Jays. And now it looks like we have a foul called here off the ball. And it's going to go against Bobby Dodge. That'll be his third personal. And the 12th team foul called here against Albany. So
really a tough break because they just thought they had a steal and it just got off of somebody's foot and ricocheted to Northeast Nodaway instead of Albany.
Boswell's first free throw is up and good. He's now 1 for 3. Again, he shot the free throws for the technical foul that was called earlier.
And not only that was not a great foul, but now Dodge has 3 and he has to go sit down.
Checking in for him is Hunter Wink. as the next shot is up and no good there by Boswell. So a 3-point Northeast Nodaway lead, and they have the basketball with underneath a minute left to play in the half. Nathan Schieber sends it up to Pride up at the top of the key, now over to Boswell, so it's set up again at the top. Left wing this time now for Lane Dack. Back up again here for Boswell. Reed McIntyre with it on the left wing as he's going to be called for a charge. His first personal, 8th team foul. But Warriors will not shoot the 1-and-1 due to it being an offensive foul.
Well, McIntyre didn't like it. I don't know what he thought he caught. He just lowered his shoulder and
ran right into Hutchinson.
That's right.
Well, you know, they have only been about 2 weeks out from football season, so as Hunter Wink open on the right wing, takes a shot from 3, knocks down his second. He has 8 points here in the half.
Yeah, and I think he's 3 for 3. No.
Boswell loses it there on the out of bounds.
I was yelling no, because
Trice Floyd was in the area.
Overzealous, didn't want him to pick up 3, especially with 5 seconds to go.
And again, a tie ball game here at 22-22 with 5 seconds left to play here in the half. Ball inbounds to Pride, gets now to Boswell. Boswell gives it off to Pride, shot from 3 from the right wing, and up no good. 22-22 here at the half. We're back with the Albany Hy-Vee halftime. Remember, your halftime at Albany TV is brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. Back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Sports injury sideline from favorite activity. Experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. Are you looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Messner a call at Dollars and Messner Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod Dollars at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leo Madison a call at 660-582-0258 or Leon Messner a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany at the Albany Hy-Vee halftime. We're tied up at 22-all here. And taking a look here at the unofficial first half stats for Northeast Nodaway. They're led in scoring by Ben Boswell with 8 points. Austin Pride has 7. Reed McIntyre has 4. Mitchell Sherry has 2. Nathan Schieber has 1. And for Albany, they're led in scoring by Caden Hutchinson with 10 points. Hunter Wink, though, second in leading scorers with 8 points. Cade Newman has 3. Bobby Dodge has 1. And a couple of things that you see there. Bobby Dodge, who one of the bigger guys on the court for the Warriors, trying to get the ball inside to him, trying to get him involved. Really hasn't been able to put up anything except for one free throw. And Trice Floyd not really get anything going offensively, scoring-wise, but has been able to get stuff going off of some passes.
Yeah, in the case of Trice, you know, he just got those 2 fouls early, and if maybe anything's a must, he and Caden Hutchinson have to stay on the floor. They just have to. And so I think that takes away a lot of his aggressiveness. I thought he might pick up a third one right at the end of the first half, but they didn't call it. I think in the case of Bobby Dodge, Bobby just needs to relax and slow down, let the game come to him a little bit. I think he's trying so hard, it's almost counterproductive. And offensively, you hear Coach Cox maybe yelling in the background, penetrate the zone, and they're trying to throw over the top of it. And now Northeast Nodaway has kind of gotten wise to that, but you know, Hunter Wink has made a couple of really nice defensive plays. I think he's only taken 3 shots, but he's hit all 3 of them, got 8 points. And to me, he's really been impressive so far in the first half.
And one thing here for the teams, Albany so far 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Gaten Hutchinson 5 for 6, Bobby Dodge 1 for 2. Northeast Nodaway 9 for 16 from the free throw line. Austin Pride is 3 for 3. Mitchell Sherry is 2 for 2. Reed McIntyre 2 for 3. And then Nathan Schieber and Ben Boswell each 1 for 4. Those missed opportunities from the free throw line from Northeast Nodaway really helped Albany stay in it. And especially after that technical foul, those 2 missed free throws really helped the Warriors come back from that.
Yeah, I thought that with Northeast Nodaway in the bonus for the majority of the first half, I thought that was really a break for them.
Yes.
Because they haven't been really good from the field. But turnover-wise, I've got the Warriors with 8, Northeast Nodaway with 5. But I thought if the Warriors were a little bit more aware, there have been a lot of near turnovers that have ended up in Northeast Nodaway's hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast here on Albany TV tonight. The Printer and New Shopper of Albany, Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, the Albany School District, GFG Ag Services, the Albany Booster Club, Mosaic Medical Center Albany, the City of Albany and Northwest Zell, Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Dollars and Messner Auction Service, Schultz of Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany, and the BTC Bank locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. We're back with more Albany Hy-Vee halftime on Albany TV when we come back in just a moment.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small town roots with a big town feel. The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
Hello, I'm Dr. Brian Pekarik, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever endeavor they choose. The Albany R3 School District is a tribe of parents, teachers, students, and community members working together so students don't just chase their dreams, but live them.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Welcome back out again to Albany. Again, a 22-22 tie here at halftime. And Mike, one of the things, I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about it during our post game of the game here tonight. Albany tournament coming up next week. The girls are the 5 seed. They will play on Monday night against the 4th-seeded Princeton, and that game is playing at 7:45. The boys will play the final game of the night on Tuesday at 9:15 against the 2nd-seeded Pattonsburg.
Yeah, I think the boys got a tough draw. I think they very easily could have been the 6th seed. It's one of those almost, I think they're going to be better, but they've got to prove it, and that's their opportunity to prove it. And they'll be going against a Pattonsburg team that it's a mixed bag. I mean, they've got a lot of good athletes coming back. They're missing one of the top athletes in the Grand River Conference, in Cameron Jones, who's out with a knee injury. But they've got Carter Crone back, Patrick Cowley back, McCrary back at point guard. They're going to be a very good ball club, and it's going to be a good test for the Warriors coming out of the blocks. What you wonder is limited practice maybe with
they
with
are
their
playing
football.
tonight.
They are playing, but still they've had limited
Yes.
practice. They're not going to be what they're going to be somewhere down the road. The girls draw a Princeton team that lost their 2 top scorers from last year, but also got Lauren Kronbach, 6-foot post player who was out last year with an injury. They've got a lot of athletic kids. It'll be a nice test for the Warriors to start the tournament and see how they come out.
So Pattonsburg has Gallatin at home tonight. So as Hutchinson with the basketball, he's going to be called here for a travel. So it's Floyd, Hutchinson, Wink, Papa, and Dodge out on the court for the Warriors. It's Mitchell Sherry, Ben Boswell, Reed McIntyre, Nathan Schieber, and Austin Pride to start out for Northeast Nodaway to start out the second half. Again, tied up at 22-22 as we start the third quarter. Boswell gets it into Pride. He goes up and lays it in good for 2. Pride had 7 points in the first half, lays it up good here for 2. Hutchinson on the left wing up now for Wink. Over to the right wing this time now for Floyd. Back again to Wink. Again, Wink with 8 points and 3 for 3 from the field. Trice Floyd will take a shot from 3. Can't get it to fall. Ball gets knocked around before it's picked out of the air here by Nathan Schieber.
Taking 3 threes, left all of them short, and it's got that little hitch as he brings the ball up to shoot it.
Schieber with it up at the top key. Sends it over to left wing this time now for McIntyre. To the baseline. Boswell up no good as it's long, and it's going to be rebounded here by Hutchinson. Quickly up to Floyd. Floyd gets it now to Wink in the corner. Passes on the 3. Gets it now to Hutchinson. Now to Dodge on the baseline. He'll now drive. Puts up a shot and lays it up nice and easy. Good for 2.
Nice pump fake and a drive. Little finger roll at the end. And maybe that'll get him off the schneid a little bit and get him going. That's got to be good for his confidence.
Left wing this time now is Boswell here for Northeast Nodaway up to the top. The key for Pride. Looking for McIntyre out of bounds. And it'll be Albany basketball all tied up still here now 24-24. Dodge will come out. Checking in quickly here is going to be Kemper Klein. So Dodge quickly gets his first points from the field and gets taken out of the ball game. Hutchinson with it, sends it now to Kemper Klein. Now back to Floyd in the corner. Now cross court to Wink, inside to Jordan Papa. Papa leaves it off for Kemper Klein in the paint, up and no good as it rolls out. Freshman looking for his first points of the season.
Still good offense though. Got it inside, got a really good look around the basket.
Boswell to Pride on the right wing and back up to the top of the key here for Schieber. Left wing Boswell. He'll drive, has the ball stripped, but is able to regain possession. And a travel is going to be called here against Northeast Nodaway. Good pressure put on there by Trice Floyd, and good not to pick up the foul as well.
A little bit of a defensive lapse gave Northeast Nodaway a basket, but you've seen some good things offensively out of the Warriors. It hasn't translated into points yet, but they've gotten good shots, gotten better shots around the basket.
Wink's going to be called there for a travel. He wanted to pass it to Hutchinson, but also didn't want to pass it to Hutchinson. He was that open.
Well, and you wonder, I think he may have seen Klein late. And the question was, what was he going to do with it if he caught it? He was going to be in a crowd.
Yes. McIntyre with it over on the left wing, trying to get it into Boswell. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Albany basketball. Dodge will check back in. Wink is out, but now there's nobody to inbounds the basketball. Now Jordan Papa will come in inbounds. Tries Floyd, set to bring it across the timeline for the Warriors. Left wing Hutchinson. Back up to the top of the key for Papa. Has the ball stripped, and Boswell will steal it, goes up and lays it in good for two. Boswell now with 10 points here in the ball game. Left wing for Hutchinson. 4:50 left to play here in the third quarter. 26-24, Northeast Nodaway with the lead. Klein gives it to Papa. Over to the right wing now for Floyd. Inside to Dodge on the block. He'll put up a shot from the baseline. Up and good. 4 points here for Dodge here in the quarter.
Good sign. Now don't get so overzealous on defense. He's been beaten back door a couple of times. Back cuts and back screens.
Sherry with the basketball. He gives it off this time to Austin Pride up at the top of the key. Right wing this time now to Ben Boswell. Boswell drives to the block, and a foul going to be called here on the floor, and I believe it's going to go against Trice Floyd, which would give him his third. And it will go against Floyd. That'll be the first team foul called here against the Warriors in the half.
That's the second oldest out of bounds play in the book.
Ball inbounds there to Pride, and he is going to be fouled as this one is going to go against Caden Hutchinson. That'll be his second.
A little screen-to-screener play. That's it's not the oldest out of bounds play in the book, but it's right up there.
Sherry set to inbounds, gets it to Pride. Up to the top of the key now for Schieber. Up to Boswell now as he'll try and run this Blue Jay offense. Sherry shot from three. Off the back of the iron, rolls around, no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Floyd. He'll bring it across for the Warriors. Floyd with it on the left wing into the corner this time now for Papa. He'll fall, and the ball will go out of bounds. Be Blue Jay basketball. Wink will now check in here for Papa. .26 all, just over halfway done with the third quarter of play. Boswell shot from three from the left wing, up and good, as Boswell knocks it down from behind the arc.
Yeah, and he's proven to be a three-point shooter. You can't go behind the screens there. You've got to fight it and chase him off the line.
Wink has the ball knocked away on the pass, that time by Nathan Schieber. As Wink trying to get the ball in the block, that time to Dodge. Left wing Boswell. Trying to get the ball to a driving Sherry. Wink will pick it off, step back, sends it over now to Floyd. Right wing shot from three. This time a little too far, as I believe Hutchinson is going to be called for his third now.
That looked better. That three looked better. Didn't go in, but it was a better looking shot. Because he caught it and went right up with it. Everything was smooth.
Warriors now have 3 team fouls here in the half. Northeast Nodaway with none. As this one is going to go to Mitchell Sherry on the back door, up and good for two. 31-26, back out to a 5-point Northeast Nodaway lead. They've led by 5 once before already as well. Floyd will send it over now to Wink on the left wing, and now trying to get it back to Floyd, almost stolen away. Back to Wink, brings it inside to Dodge. Now back again to Floyd. Hutchinson up at the top of the key. Shot from three, up and good. Hutchinson knocks it down from behind the arc. And a timeout's going to be called here by the Warriors. A full Petty John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
GFG Ag Services is determined to make their broad inventory of seed, fertilizer, and crop protection products available to all local farmers. GFG Ag Services has worked side by side with farmers for nearly 30 years. They have learned in that time that no two farm businesses are the same. GFG Ag Services takes this knowledge to heart every time they work with their customers. Find out more about GFG Ag Services and to find your nearest GFG Ag location online at gfgagservices.com.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right Bethany, and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Pettyjohn Collision Center, plus vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 31-29, Northeast Nodaway with a lead here in the third quarter with 2:22 left. Northeast Nodaway has the basketball. It'll be Ben Boswell that'll bring it across the timeline. And he's going to be called here for a travel. And now the Warriors have a chance to tie it or regain the lead here with 2:16 left.
Just that's the kind that keeps you up at night if you're a coach, just the unforced ones.
Hutchinson gets it inside now for Kemper Klein. Sends it to the corner. Wink shot from three. This time can't get it to go. Hutchinson there on the rebound. He'll put it up and good though for two on the second chance opportunity. And ties this game back up at 31 all.
Big play by Hutchinson, and again, good movement, good shot by Wink. Just didn't get it down. Good selection.
McIntyre has the ball knocked out away that time by Bobby Dodge. Again, it was the game last year at Ravenwood that we saw Bobby Dodge, what he could kind of do a little bit with some of his raw talents. He had quite a few blocks in that game. As Austin Pry gets the inbounds. Over now to Boswell. Shot from three off the front of the iron, no good. Hutchinson comes away with the rebound. He'll try and drive in, and a foul is going to be committed here on the floor by Reed McIntyre. That'll be his second personal. And the first team foul called against Northeast Nodaway in the half.
Well, don't you get watching Bobby, you just get the idea he's just kind of slowed everything down, not trying to go too fast.
Hutchinson gets the inbounds, tries to go up and get it to go in. He can't get it to fall, but he will get fouled to go to the line to shoot two. And a big thing here is it gets Reed McIntyre his now third personal. Hutchinson was 5 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half. First free throw attempt here in the second half is up and good, as he now gives the Warriors the lead again, 32-31, with another free throw upcoming. 1:35 still left to play here in the third. Next shot from Hutchinson, no good. This one's going to be tipped around and rebounded here by Austin Pride.
Now just play defense without the foul here. Get into the fourth with nobody with 4 fouls.
McIntyre puts up a shot from the free throw line. Can't get it to fall. Boswell gets it. He goes up, and a foul is going to be committed. And I believe this one's going to go against Trice Floyd, which would give him his fourth. Actually, I take that back. It's Bobby, but still, that's his fourth.
Yeah.
With 1:15 left to play here in the third.
We're trying to tip the ball out instead of grabbing it and being aggressive.
Boswell's
going after the ball.
First shot is up and no good. He's now 1 for 5 from the free throw line. Papa will check in here for Dodge.
Now I suppose Klein goes in the post here. Going to give away some size, but
next shot here from Boswell. Off the back of the iron, no good as well. Klein comes in and gets the rebound there as he steals it away there from Austin Pride. Hutchinson gives it off to Klein. Now to Floyd. Back up again to Hutchinson. Hutchinson back into Floyd's shot from the corner, up and good. A big three-pointer there for Trice Floyd.
His last 2 shots, his last 2 threes have been smooth, catch it and go up, instead of trying to have a hitch in the shot on his release.
Pride with
Big
it on
shot.
the right wing. Back up this time now to Sherry. And now it will be Trice Floyd picking up his 4th personal.
I mean, you got to be smart. I mean,
and now Cade Newman will check in here for Floyd. With 41 seconds left to play here in the third, a 4-point Warrior lead, 35-31. Boswell drives. And a foul now going to be called here against Cade Newman.
Cole Craig, it's a good call. I think he made the right call. I wondered He was waiting to sort everything out there. Don't see it.
Again, Cole Craig, a state champion for Stanberry.
Good box out by Newman.
And Craig was one of those players on one of those championship teams for the Stanberry Bulldogs. As Hutchinson has it, drives in, leaves it off this time now for Kemper Klein on the baseline, goes up, puts up the shot too hard, no good. Klein with the rebound, leaves it off this time for Newman. Ball picked up here by McIntyre with underneath 10 seconds. Goes up, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Wink, and Wink is going to be fouled with 2.7 left here on the floor. It'll be the third team foul called here against Northeast Nodaway. Mitchell Sherry called for his fourth personal now.
Well, heck, yeah, you're going to let him go.
They started the clock a little too early. Hutchinson was a little bit upset about that because he probably had a shot to make a three there at the.
Now you're going to get a little.
Now you're going to get a little bit of pressure here.
Come on, boys. I mean, you don't want that out of your home team.
Hutchinson shot from half court, no good. 35-31 though, Warriors lead here after three quarters. We're back with more in just a moment on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Shoat's Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Shoat's has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Shoat's adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Shoat's Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again to Albany as we get set to start the fourth quarter. 35-31. Warriors have a 4-point lead entering the fourth quarter. Northeast Nodaway will start out with the basketball.
We had a couple of tough breaks right before the end of the half. Both Dodge and Floyd picking up their fourth foul. Really, and neither one of them really good fouls.
Both will start the fourth quarter here on the bench, as it'll be Ben Boswell with it, and looks like we're going to have a 3-second call here against the Blue Jays. Quite a few of those called here tonight, but you kind of expect that here in the first game of the season a little bit.
Well, maybe. You know, there's 3 seconds. You know, generally if a guy just has his foot in the lane, they don't call it. If they're trying to take advantage of the 3 seconds.
As Ben Boswell will steal it, goes up, puts it in, up and good for two. Boswell leading the way here for Ravenwood with 15 points. Northeast Nodaway. Papa with it over on the right wing. Sends it now across court here to Wink. He'll drive to the baseline, sends it back out now again to Papa. Papa trying to drive in, has the ball stripped. And a jump ball is going to be called, and it'll be Albany basketball.
It's too high. Too high on that cross. It's a little loose with the ball right now.
55 seconds here into the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point Warrior lead, 35-33. Papa will take a shot from three off the side of the iron, no good. Goes off the foot, though, of Lane Dack of Northeast Nodaway and remains Albany basketball. Floyd will check back in here for Newman. So Floyd will check in here with 4 fouls. A minute gone here in the fourth quarter, so still 7 minutes left as the freshman takes a shot from the top of the key, and Kemper Klein.
Looked good leaving his hands, just couldn't get it to fall. Going to be a good player.
Driving in as Lane Dack has the ball blocked that time by Papa. Floyd will now bring it across here for the Warriors. Sends it across now for Hutchinson on the left wing. Hutchinson back again to Floyd in the corner. He'll now bring it back out to Papa at the top of the key. Papa into the corner for Wink. Shot from three. off the top of the backboard, no good. And a travel going to be called as Trice Floyd stepped right in front that time of Nathan Schieber, and he ends up walking with the basketball and called for the travel.
Yeah, the Northeast Nodaway crowd doesn't like him, but Floyd got into his face just a little bit there and made him take an extra step before he put the ball down.
Papa with it, trying to send it across this time now for Hutchinson. Hutchinson leaves it off now for Wink. Wink not able to get it, and it goes out of bounds.
Just unforced errors here. Just relax, get the ball back out front, and run it again. Both teams. It's just, you can tell it's the first game of the year.
Boswell sends it over to the right wing this time now for Dak. Ball stripped away here by Jordan Papa. Drives to the block, goes up, can't get it to fall. Kemper Klein comes in, knocks it right to Jordan Papa. He's able to get it to fall and will get the three-point opportunity.
Hey, really nice job there by both Papa and Klein. Good defensive play. Two back-to-back, two good defensive plays by Papa. Missed the shot, but Klein kept it alive for him to get a chance at a three-point play.
Schieber called there for his second foul. Jordan Papa gets into the scorebook here. First free throw attempt is up and good as well. He makes it a three-point play, and it's now a 5-point Warrior lead, 38-33. 5:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. McIntyre with it on the right wing. Back up to the top of the key this time. Now here for Nathan Schieber. Schieber to Boswell. Bringing it now into Pride. Pride goes up for the shot, can't get it to fall. Hutchinson comes away with the rebound. Gets it now off to Floyd. Floyd on the left wing. Sends it back up now to Hutchinson at the top of the key. Again, Warriors have a 5-point lead, 38-33, 5:15 still left to play here in the ball game. Jordan Papa now to Hunter Wink. Now Hutchinson, shot from three. Up and good as Hutchinson knocks it down from behind the arc.
Good patience there by the Warriors. Got an open look. Look for another score here. You almost think they're going to have to get it. Well, there's your timeout. I was going to say, you'd almost look for a change in defense, maybe some man-to-man, maybe some pressure.
And it'll be a 30-second Petty John Arnold Center timeout. Back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
41-33, 4:56 left to play here in the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point Warrior lead, the largest lead by either team here on the night.
Three-point play by Papa after a good defensive play and a nice job by Klein to keep a ball alive on the glass. Big three-point shot by Hutchinson.
Hutchinson now over 20 points with 21 here so far on the night. Sherry over to left wing this time now for Boswell. Boswell open three, shot, no good as Trice Floyd just got his hand there in the face of Boswell at the end. Hutchinson brings it across, brings it into the paint, goes up, can't get it to fall. Rebound going to be made by Pride. He'll give it to McIntyre, who will slow things down here with 4.5 left to go in the fourth.
I think it's McIntyre just got a hand on that as he went in, or he had another open look at a layup. Well, you can see that coming.
As an offensive foul going to be called here against Northeast Nodaway, and it's going to go against Reed McIntyre. That's now his fourth. Checking in now here is going to be Drew Wiederholt.
That was real close to, you could have called that intentional, I think.
Yeah. And McIntyre will have a seat here. His coach Rory Jackson going to make him cool off a little bit here. I think Coach Cox over there asking if that wasn't intentional. Papa with it up at the top of the key. Trying to get it over to Trice Floyd. Ball gets tipped up, and it's going to go right to the hands of Nathan Schieber. Bringing it across. Here's going to be Mitchell Sherry. Sherry sends it out this time to the right wing. Boswell shot no good. Hutchinson comes away with the rebound.
Good box out by Klein. Now go get it. Hutchinson did a good job to go get it.
Now Floyd with it as he'll set things up here with
got a
over
man-to-man.
halfway gone to the fourth. Klein into the corner this time for Floyd. Drives baseline, puts up a floater, can't get it to fall. Rebound made by Schieber.
Well, Northeast Nodaway has gone to some man-to-man here, and I don't think the Warriors have read it very well to get back in their offense.
Right wing this time for Pride. He'll send it back up to the top of the key this time for Nathan Schieber. Left wing Boswell. 3:22 left to play in the fourth. 41-33. Warriors with the lead. Wiederholt now with it up the top of the key. Gets it off this time now for Boswell as he's guarded by Floyd. Floyd with 4 fouls. Bobby Dodge with 4 fouls. Both out on the court. Shot this time from 3 from Sherry off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound made this time here by Trice Floyd.
Good Warrior defense without fouling.
Hutchinson with it in the left corner. Has the ball stripped. It's going to be picked up now here by Austin Pride. And the timeout's going to be called here by Northeast Nodaway, a full Petty John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
West Cell, your local cell phone provider, proud supporter of all local schools. West has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Bear, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell authorized agents. Visit nwmcell.com to learn about FlexPay Unlimited Debt Plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany has got you covered. Petty John makes buying your next vehicle transparent, simple, and easy. We have no hidden fees and upfront pricing on every vehicle in stock at pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. At 2:50 left to play here in the fourth quarter, 41-33. Again, Warriors have a couple of players in foul trouble. Trice Floyd with 4, Bobby Dodge with 4. Caden Hutchinson has 3.
You're kind of back at the 250 mark, though. They'd be back in the ball game anyway.
And this time it's an unforced turnover there as Papa comes away with it. Bringing it across now is going to be Floyd. He'll send to the corner this time now for Hutchinson. Back again to Floyd. Now back again to Hutchinson in the corner. Hutchinson up to Papa. And a 3-second violation now going to be called here against the Warriors with 2:30 left to play in the fourth. Next foul against Northeast Nodaway will put the Warriors in the bonus. Warriors do have 1 foul to give. McIntyre drives in, puts up a shot, and it's going to be fouled. I believe this one's going to go against Papa, and it will.
The Warriors have been trying to make him go to his right. He's left-handed, trying to make him go, and he has done that. There's a difference between trying to make him go to his right and just giving him an open lane to go to the right.
First free throw up and no good there by McIntyre. He was 2 for 3 in the first half.
Look for some pressure coming out if he makes this free throw.
Actually, I take that back. That was the 17th foul against the Warriors. 5-team fouls so far against Northeast Nodaway. As next shot was up and good there by McIntyre. Makes it now a 41-34 ball game. And this one goes against Reed McIntyre, and that's his 5th. So Reed McIntyre now out of the ball game there after he quickly picks up his 5th foul.
He's been unhappy all night. I don't know. I don't think he thinks he's committed a foul yet.
I said he kind of stood there a little bit even after his replacement came in too. Yep. Hunter Wink set to inbounds, gets it out here to Hutchinson. Hutchinson with it, brings it across the timeline, gets it out to Floyd on the baseline, back up again to Hutchinson. 2:08 left to play here in the ball game, 41-34. It's a 7-point Warrior lead. Hutchinson up to Bobby Dodge. He'll now drive to the baseline, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Pride is going to get the rebound, and an over-the-back call is going to go against Bobby Dodge, and now he's going to foul out. And Pride will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Checking in now for Dodge is going to be Kemper Klein.
Well, you wonder why he went with a finger roll instead of just stopping and shooting it. He had an open look at it. And then just a little overzealous going after the loose ball.
Pride so far, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. That was back in the first quarter. The 1-and-1 here. First one is up and good.
And basically they've gotten some opportunities. The Warriors just trying to go really quick here with 2 minutes to go.
Next one up and no good. And it's going to go out of bounds here off of Trice Floyd. It'll be Northeast Nodaway basketball down by 5.
Well, the Warriors
down by 6.
The Warriors are certainly giving them every opportunity to get back in this.
Inbounds in here is going to be Mitchell Sherry. He'll inbounds it out of Boswell. And it's a 2-possession ball game. Left wing. Sherry brings now into Pride. Pride goes up, can't get it to fall, but Bredlow there with the rebound. He goes up and gets it to go in good for 2. As Bredlow has his first points of the ball game, it's now a 4-point ball game. 41-37 Warriors with the lead. 1:35 left to play here in the half. And Floyd falls as he goes across midcourt. Sherry gets it out this time now to Schieber. He has the ball stripped, goes up, and now he's going to be fouled as he goes up and is now going to shoot 2 free throws. As the foul is going to go against Hunter Wink, his second. 1:23 left to play in the fourth. First shot up and no good. He will shoot 2 there. Schieber was 1 for 4 in the first half, now 1 for 5. Gets a shot at a second one here. Next foul by Northeast Nodaway will put Albany into the bonus.
Warriors have to rebound. They've given too many extra looks here.
Next one off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound is made here by Hunter Wink. Hutchinson now fouled here on the floor as he tried to get it out to Trice Floyd. Hutchinson will go to the line for the 1-and-1. As this one here is going to go. We'll see who that one goes on in just a moment after the first. The 1-and-1 here by Hutchinson is up and no good. That one went last time against Bredlow. And a timeout's going to be called here by Northeast Nodaway, trailing by 4 full. Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Back with more in 45 seconds.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in.
Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Petty John's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again to Albany. 41-37, 1:08 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
But I'm sure if you're Coach Jackson, you're talking about probably not only setting up a play here, but if you score, when you foul, and who you want to foul.
Redlow with it up at the top of the key, guarded here by Papa. He'll get it off this time now for Ben Boswell. Inside to Pride. Pride spins around, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. Pride comes away with the rebound. Goes up again. This time he gets it to fall in miraculously. As he was falling to the ground, it somehow fell into the hoop. Gets it out to Hutchinson, and Hutchinson is going to be fouled. As this one is going to be called against Nathan Schieber. That'll be his third. Not the person I would think that you would want to foul, but he did miss his last free throw.
Sometimes you miss one, you want to make him shoot it again when they're thinking about missing the last one.
Well, he's technically missed the last 2 as he's 1 for 3. Now 1 for 4 here in the second half after being 5 for 6 in the first half. And out of bounds here against Northeast Nodaway. Northeast Nodaway not very happy about that, as they thought Jordan Papa might have given a little shove. And
well,
Curtis Cox is going to get a full timeout call here for the Warriors after this Petty John Auto Center timeout. We'll be back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Are you looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Messner a call at Dollars and Messner Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod Dollars at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leo Madison a call at 660-582-0258 or Leon Messner a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com. In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel.
Ball inbounds to Hunter Wink. He hasn't. He's going to be fouled with 40.9 left to play here in the fourth. Wink will shoot his first free throws of the night after scoring 8 points in the first half. Has yet to score here in the second.
A little bit better recognition by Schieber, and that may be a layup going the other way.
First shot from Wink off the front of the iron, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds here, though, by Sherry. And it remains Albany basketball with 38 seconds left. 41-39, Warriors have a 2-point lead here in the opening game of the season.
Warriors, who do you want to have shoot your free throws? Because they're the ones that are going to get the ball.
And Floyd gets fouled here with 36.5. He'll shoot his first free throws of the night.
Well, and I think that's a big, except they're in a double bonus now. That'll help a little bit. If you're Coach Jackson, you don't want to give yourself just one chance to win this game. Make them shoot free throws.
And the first shot is up and good.
Yeah, this is a big free throw here because you get them on 2 possessions.
You hope.
You hope. Yeah.
And he does make it, makes it a 4-point ball game. You would hope that nobody would foul on a 3-point try, but we've seen it happen before. And now a timeout going to be called here by Northeast Nodaway. I believe this is probably their last.
And this is one of those times, too. Your 32 seconds is a lifetime in a game when you're in a 4-point game. And I've always said 2 points, quick baskets are more important than threes. Everybody wants to shoot the three. Makes sense. But you're going to have two baskets anyway. So score quickly is a big deal. And then put them on the foul line again. Make them. And, heck, you never know. Maybe they turn it over.
43-39. It's a 4-point Warrior lead with 32.1 left to play here in the ball game. Again, first game of the season. Warriors looking for a sweep on the night. The girls won 43-13. Boys looking to go into their home tournament with a 1-0 record. The Albany tournament will be here on Albany TV next week, as we'll cover all 22 games here for you on Albany TV.
All 22?
All 22.
All 22.
We'll see if we have a voice or not by Saturday.
Oh, I will. But we're a little worried about you, though.
It's Ben Boswell with it at the top of the key. Right wing this time now to Sherry, back to Boswell. Boswell brings it inside to Pride. Spins around, puts it up, can't get it to fall. Rebound made by Bredlow, but a foul committed here on the court. And it's going to go against Hunter Wink.
Well, and we saw this some in the girls' game, too. They're so intent on helping that they forget you've got to get out and box out on the weak side.
Now Northeast Nodaway in the double bonus, so Bredlow will shoot 2. First shot up and good.
And if you're the Warriors, you're doing everything you can to get the ball in the hands of Trice Floyd. He's just hit 2. Put him back on the line again.
Next shot from Bredlow. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound made here by Kemper Klein, and it's going to be a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors Northeast Nodaway. 18.1, a 3-point ball game. 43-40, Warriors with the lead.
Now if you're the Warriors, chase them off the 3-point line.
Ball inbounds to Pride, spins around, puts it up, can't get it to fall. Rebound made by Klein. He'll be fouled, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And now Northeast Nodaway puts the freshman at the line.
You got 2 shots at it. Need 1.
Both teams in the double bonus.
You're right. They have no timeouts left, so they're going to have to get a push.
Warriors do have 1 timeout left as Kemper Klein hits the first, makes it a 4-point ball game again.
Big
he has a chance
basket
to
by
make
Kemper.
it 5 if he can hit the second one. That is his first varsity point, at least in basketball, and he makes them both. Big free throws there by the freshman, 45-40.
He held his fist up. He knew he had it.
Redlow gets it this time now for bringing it inside to Pride, but a foul going to be called here on the floor. And it's going to go against Kemper Klein, sending Austin Pride to the line with 4.9 left. Again, it's a 5-point ball game.
He held his head. He knew immediately he did something he shouldn't have done.
First shot up and good by Pride. Now it's a 4-point ball game.
Now, do you miss this on purpose? Yep.
He sure does, but Kemper Klein, another big rebound for the freshman.
Yep.
And again, he'll go to the free throw line with 4.6. The freshman has some ice in his veins here in his first varsity game.
Couple big rebounds. At least 2 big free throws. These are kind of inconsequential. But he hits
makes
it
that
anyway.
one.
Yeah, they're waving it off. He stepped on the line.
Had his foot over the line, so that one doesn't count. But it's still a 4-point ball game. Again, you hope you don't foul on a 3-point attempt. But he makes that one and makes it 5. 3 for 4 from the free throw line for Klein. Cherry shot from 3, up and good. Doesn't matter, though. 46-44, it's a 2-point victory tonight for the Warriors. We're back with the BTC Bank postgame and your Papa's player of the game when we come back in just a moment.
The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students. Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant at Albany has it all. Papa's is family-friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, as it is a win tonight for the boys and the girls. Boys win 46-44. Girls pick up a win tonight 43-13. And taking a look here at the leading scorers for both teams, starting with Northeast Nodaway. Ben Boswell led the way with 15 points. Austin Pride not far behind with 13. Reed McIntyre had 5. Mitchell Sherry, though, had 7. Rory Bredlow with 3. Nathan Schieber had 1 point on the night for Northeast Nodaway. For Albany, they were led in scoring tonight by Caden Hutchinson with 19 points. Hunter Wink finished in second with 8 points, all coming there in the first half. And then it was Trice Floyd and Bobby Dodge with 5 points. Jordan Papa, Kemper Klein, and Cade Newman each added 3 points in the night for the Warriors. Mike, I believe we're in agreement for tonight's Papa's player of the game, and that's going to go this tonight to Caden Hutchinson.
Yeah, I don't think there was much of any doubt. He had to do the bulk of the scoring, a lot of the rebounding, play defense inside. Not an optimum first game for the Warriors, but they come away with a win. Got a lot to build on, and just like the girls, and you know they don't have a lot to. They don't lack for having a lot of things to work on to get ready for this next game. It was a good win for the Warriors and a good opening performance by Caden Hutchinson.
And remember, tonight's player of the game sponsored by Papa's Family Restaurant. Papa's Family Restaurant, your home for a delicious meal with a great price and an even better atmosphere. Mike, we'll now kind of turn our attention a little bit to what's coming up next week. And as we mentioned there a little bit, 22 ball games coming up for you next week. Albany tournament coming up for you here on Albany TV. It's good to have everybody come to Albany. Last year we had the nice gym put in. It's very good to have everybody come out. The Lady Warriors are seeded 5th. Again, they will play a tough Princeton team who's seeded 4th. That will be at 7:45 on Monday. The boys will get a tough Pattonsburg team that actually fell tonight to Gallatin. That will be the 7 versus 2 seed game, and they will finish the night on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a good tournament. I think if you look at the girls' tournament, I think the thing that really jumps out at you is 2 really good teams. Worth County has everybody back from last year off 2 state quarterfinal teams.
Yes.
And then couple that with the fact that you got Platte Valley that has a lot of kids back on their team. Plus, with their co-op full-time with South Nodaway, they picked up 2 really good guards from South Nodaway in addition to what they already had, and that makes them the number 1 seed. So it's probably the 2 of them, it's their tournament to lose to get into the finals. On the boys' side, I mean, Platte Valley is the clear number 1 seed. But then when you get past that, really the 2 through 5 seeds, it was a toss-up.
Yes.
It's really tough. It would have been really tough to seed that. And you can see anybody in the finals against the, I guess they're still the Eagles.
Actually, no, they're now just called Platte Valley.
They're just called Platte Valley.
They do not have a mascot yet.
Okay, well, that's probably a good thing. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see who emerges out of that bunch to play Platte Valley. And heck, you never know. South Harrison, they've got athletes. The Warriors are better. I don't think they showed as much as they could tonight, but they come away with a win. Maybe they're capable of pulling an upset against Pattonsburg. It's going to be an interesting boys tournament.
And, Albany tournament, a lot of fun. I know last year we had the privilege of what I say was probably one of the highlights of my career, calling the shot that Colin Sager hit.
Oh.
We hope for something like that again.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to see, obviously, when you come. That's why everybody loves sports, because sometimes you can't make that stuff up.
No.
I mean, if you put that in a movie, everybody thinks it's too corny and it never happened.
Exactly.
And so that's why we love sports. We see things we never saw anywhere else or any time before. And I think wasn't that the tournament too that we didn't have an upset by seed. We
Yes.
didn't have an upset the whole tournament, which almost never happens.
Especially for the first tournament of the year, and some of the teams hadn't even played yet.
And a lot of times hadn't seen each other, don't know anything about each other if you're a new coach in the area. So, and I guarantee you that won't happen this year.
No. I said there will be – I will venture on at least 2 upsets somewhere in the tournament. I won't give which ones, but that is where I see at least 2 upsets in the tournament. One other big thing, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. What are you having for Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, I'm having a lot of yellow. We're going to have the turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy is my dressing with gravy. Corn, I couldn't talk my wife into macaroni and cheese with it, but there'll be a lot of yellow.
All right, and we wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. We hope that you will all join us next week for what is going to be hopefully another fun week to call games for the Albany tournament, and hopefully we will both have a voice by the end of it next Saturday.
Well, I hope so too, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be. Thank you again for watching tonight on Albany TV, and like again to thank all of our sponsors help you bring you tonight's broadcast. The Printer and News Shopper of Albany, Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, the Albany School District, GFG Ag Services, the Albany Booster Club, Mosaic Medical Center Albany, the City of Albany and Northwest Cell, Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Dollars and Messner Auction Service, Schultz of Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee, Family's Family Restaurant in Albany, Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany, and BTC Bank locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. For Mike Atkins and myself, Jared Rolvis, so long and good night here from Albany.
Oh.